And now, live from the studios of Southern Television, Together.
Living side by side, our lives are waves in a tide. And just as a tide can flow, our fortunes can come and then go. But with our friends, we can survive if we can keep alive the art of living together.
What time's this flight land?
11, except with some strike on at Heathrow. I'll give him a chance to collect his luggage, clear customs. He should be here by what? 12:30, 1?
How's he getting here?
Said he'd hire a car.
Did he?
Well, he's got a lot of business to attend to while he's over here. He's got to get around.
Yeah, OK.
Look, can you make it on time, then?
What are you doing? Masaka?
Do you think you prefer bangers and mash?
I'll try. We're short-staffed.
Well, so's British Rail flipping short staff. But I changed my roster, didn't I? I meant to be on the Plymouth run this week. Oh, come off it, Pete. Look, this is important.
I don't know.
What don't you know?
Well, if we're not absolute idiots, be even thinking about it, what do we know about running a bar?
Talk about being bloody negative. I just think it's just a matter of common sense and our graft more than anything else. Look, it's just a little bar and holiday resort, for heaven's sake. It's not the flipping Savoy.
Living in a completely strange environment? We don't know a soul there.
We know Russell. We'll make friends. We didn't do too badly while we were over there, and that was just for a couple of weeks.
Well, they don't speak the language. The only Greek word we picked up was stenyasos.
Down a hatch.
You go a long way with that.
So we can learn. Oh, don't be such a drag, will you? Look, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to break out. Do something different. You want to spend the rest of your life wheeling people in and out of ruddy operating theatres?
Have you planned anything for tomorrow, Arthur?
Why, you're going down the pub again with your friends? Another secret party? Think I'm a bloody fool, don't you? Going behind my back like that.
I was thinking of going up to London.
When?
Tomorrow, Saturday.
Shopping? You won't want me with you?
Thought I'd go and see Tony.
Oh, yes.
I haven't seen him for months.
Whose fault's that?
It's nobody's fault. I'm just making a statement. We know he's been away.
Says he's been away.
Anyway, I shall call in.
Going all that way on the off chance? You should at least telephone first. You don't even know he's in London.
Oh, yes. In his last letter, he said he'd be back by the 19th.
Well, that was Monday. Why hasn't he telephoned then?
Well, if he is free, it'd be very nice to have lunch with him, that's all. And anyway, I'd like to have a look around the shops.
I don't like the way he treats us. I never treated my parents like that. I respected them.
Oh, I don't think he means to hurt us. It's just that his life has gone off in a completely different direction. And you know how ambitious he is.
Oh, yes. Not like his father, eh?
Is there anything you'd like me to get you while I'm in town?
No, thank you. What time will you be back?
I don't know. I thought I might try and get a ticket for a matinee. I'd love to see that new play moving.
On your own?
Well, Tony may come with me. He might.
Martha, would we have a word?
Oh, I can't right now. I've got a meeting at 12 and I've got a lot of shopping to do.
Martha, I know you have a very busy life and so have I, but I think it's high time that we talk.
Would you like to take the tea money?
Now, look, Martha, I have been very patient, but I think we really should sort out this business of you and your flat. You simply cannot go on occupying a double on your own, and as soon as the single one
I
comes...
pay my rent.
It is not a question of that.
Sorry.
Oh, look, this is hardly the place to talk about it. Let's go into my office.
Oh, Edward, you're leaving early. Excuse me, Mrs. Webber. Your appointment's not till 2.
Yes, I'm going to pop in to see my sister on the way. She's had flu, poor old thing.
You've remembered the address I gave you?
Yes, Martha. It's Donald Short, of Price Short, Dugdale, 121,
Look, you
Wellington.
can be completely frank, Edward. Tell him everything. You can trust Norman.
Thank you, my dear.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Mrs. Webber, you want it up on the second floor. There's water pouring through Lily Marsden's ceiling. She's having hysterics, and no one can find Dougie.
Oh, yeah, take this.
It's my own fault. Anyway, I ought to have telephoned first.
Well, you've got to be lucky to catch her. She's never in these days, that sister of yours.
How is she, anyway?
Haven't you seen her?
Well, no, not just recently. We had a row, you see. I got a bit upset. I suppose I was childish, but I do want to make it up. I know how easily Martha can get into a down.
Not so much these days.
All this breeziness is only superficial. Underneath it all, she's the same insecure old Martha. I know she's going to be miserable. We've had a row. It just makes me feel rotten.
Ah, shouldn't blame yourself too much. It's all part and parcel of life. I mean, look at Lynn and me. One minute we're having a go at each other, and the next moment we're having a go at each other.
Going holiday?
Yeah, just picked him up from a travel agent. It's truth, where do you start?
I don't know. Lynn got any preference?
Well, I haven't exactly discussed the place with her yet, but I had this idea it might be nice for us to have a bit of a break, you know, get away from all this. We haven't had a proper holiday since we started here.
Oh, it's a good idea, then. I must say, I thought Lynn did look a bit tense last time I saw her. Oh, is she? She got over Tricia going?
Oh, yeah, she's fine. Bounces back like a rubber ball. You know, Lynn, never down for long.
Doggy, where the blazes have you been? Vic Marsden has gone out, left the bathtubs full on the plug-in. It's overflowed and pouring into Lily Marsden's underneath. It's a hell of a mess. Well, don't sit there draped all over the furniture. Come on.
Come in! Hello, come in.
No, I won't. I only came to return this.
Oh, won't you come in, eh? Just for a minute. Actually, I need your advice. I won't say anything if you don't.
It's just that Arthur...
I know. If he found you in here with us, he'd blow a gasket, especially after we whisked you down to the pub last night.
Yes, well, what advice did you want?
Mashed potato.
What?
Spuds. You see, Pete does most of the cooking around here, and I know there's something he puts in it sometimes to give it an extra bit of oomph, but I can't remember what.
Black pepper?
No, I've done that, and butter, and topper for milk.
Well, grated nutmeg?
Spot on. Nutmeg. Thanks.
This is all for your friend from Greece, is it?
Yeah, Russell. Still can't believe he's coming.
Oh, it is exciting. No, you know, I must admit, when you first told me about the bar idea, I thought it was just one of those dreams that people have.
Yeah, Pete was of the same opinion.
I hope it goes well for you both. I really do.
Thanks. You're a nice lady.
Oh, I don't know about that. Amigo!
Russ, you made it then?
Yeah.
A bit early.
Yeah, I switched to Olympic, eh? The flight landed 10 minutes before time, I apologise.
Come in, come in. This is Mary, one of the neighbours. Correction, our most favourite neighbour. Mary, Russell.
Hello, Russell. Well, I hope you enjoy your visit. I have to go now to see to my husband's lunch.
Ciao, Mary.
Don't overdo the nutmeg. Nutmeg.
Thanks. Oh, have a nice weekend.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to go up to London and see this new show moving.
It's good. It's very good.
If I wasn't tied up here, I'd come with you. Though on second thoughts, perhaps not, eh?
Well...
Ciao, Mary. So, this is the famous pad, eh?
Yeah, it's, OK.
You could do a lot better than this, my old son, you know that.
Well, we weren't planning to spend the rest of our lives in Rutherford Court.
If I thought that, I wouldn't be here.
True. Right, a cup of coffee while we're waiting, eh? It shouldn't be long.
Where is the boy wonder, anyway?
Oh, he's at work. He's taking his lunch hour 1 till 2.
Well, you're here.
Yeah, I changed rosters. I'm on tonight.
Lunch hours, rosters, what do you want with all that garbage? It's strictly for the peasants, my son.
It's the necessity of earning a crust.
Ah, granted. But there are two ways of doing that. The peasant's way and Russell's way. And Russell's way, you even get jam on the crust.
You talk a load of old bull. You know that?
Sure, I know it. All part of the act. But under the bull, solid gold. OK, forget the patter. Just trust me.
Any news about that parking space yet, mate?
I'll leave it a bit, old son. I've only just managed to get things back on an even keel as it is. I don't want to rock the boat just yet.
Well, as long as it don't get forgotten.
No, it's just a matter of keeping a low profile for a week or so. You know, softly, catchy monkey.
If you say so.
You coming for a jar tonight?
Oh, no. The old lady will be at home, you know. You know what they're like if you leave them on their own too long.
Did you want me, Mr. Sutton?
But just passing the time of day with your good man. Must be on my way. Cheery bye.
Here's off.
He's been going on about that parking space again, hasn't he?
Well, I'll clear up all the mess upstairs. Carpets are still a bit soggy.
Yeah, well, they'll have to protect them and dried out properly, otherwise they'll smell, not to mention rot.
I'll strangle that Vic Ward when I find him, careless git. I bet he was rushing off to see one of his birds.
Oh, yeah, well, can't be helped. I'll talk to him when he comes in. Meanwhile, I better get on to the insurance to see about the damage. Hello. What's all this?
I got them from a travel agent.
Who for?
For us.
Well, we're not going anywhere.
I thought we'd agreed. Why have you changed your mind?
Cash for one thing, love.
There's some special bargain offers here going for practically next to nothing.
Dougie, you don't get anything these days for practically next to nothing.
Yeah, and this bloke, what's his name?
Dimitri?
Dimitri.
Yeah.
Now tell me again why you should want to lend money to two perfect strangers.
Come off it, Pete. Russell's been over it 20 times.
No, he's right. Firstly, you're not two strangers. You're friends of mine, which automatically means you're in. Secondly, he's absolutely loaded. This is just a flea bite to him. Thirdly, he's bored stiff. He gets a buzz out of doing this kind of thing.
And only 5% interest.
Well, we do all the work, won't we?
Yeah, well, I don't know much about businessmen, but most of them don't do it for charity. And what's in it for him?
It's how he gets his kicks. Starting something off, watching it grow, seeing it turn into an in-place.
Look, if he's putting up all the bread, won't he want to be involved in running it?
Listen, my old love, he'd be perfectly happy just to sit in a bar and watch the boys go by. Believe me.
I think it's a fantastic offer.
It's a peach of an offer. It's a once-in-a-lifetime offer.
Yeah, look, I've got to be getting back. Can we talk about it tonight?
Sure. Look, what else is there to talk about? Russ has been over all the major points. Oh, think about it, Pete. Living out there, the sun, the sea, the long warm nights.
Fun people. And also, no hassle on the personal front. You've seen how it operates out there. Live and let live.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about it, Pete. No Arthur Suttons.
OK.
You'll do it? I must be out of my mind.
Right.
Ski Athos, here we come.
Right.
So glad you could come, Donald. Let me take your coat.
Well, I always try to finish early on Fridays.
You're supposed to finish early every day.
Oh, you missed your vacation, this one. Hospital matron at the very least.
I enjoy my voluntary work, but I'd be lost in any other capacity. I'd faint at the sight of blood. Well, how did your meeting go? Oh, no, I don't want the details. I mean, that's Edward's business, but were you able to help?
Well, I think we'll be able to find a way out of the wood.
I can only say I feel a damn sight more optimistic than I have for weeks. This chap knows his stuff.
To each his own. I may be able to read a balance sheet, but I'd be pretty useless at removing an appendix.
Oh, I told you I thought it wasn't as bad as that.
Well, it's bad enough, my dear. But thanks to our friend here, I should at least be able to keep a roof over my head.
Oh, Edward, you're exaggerating.
No. Unless I'm to spend the rest of my days wrapped in newspaper on a park bench.
Well, it won't be easy, but with careful spending.
Yes, I know. Economy, that's the thing. It's goodbye to my nightly scotch for a start. Well, it could be worse. Much worse. I'm very grateful.
Don't thank me. Thank Martha.
Oh, what did I do? I just put the two of you in touch. Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get some things from the kitchen.
I'll just give you my address. To send your account.
Forget it.
Oh, nonsense. As a professional man myself, I can't take up your time without paying for it.
But you're a friend of Martha's.
Yes, but even so.
6 months ago, I had a massive coronary. I was rushed into intensive care, and the chances of my pulling through were pretty slim. Frankly, at the time, and for reasons I won't go into, I didn't much care whether I did or not. The medical staff were wonderful, but they couldn't give me what Martha gave me. The will to live. That lady, a complete stranger, she visited me every day. She sat with me, read to me, talked if I felt like it, and eventually, well, you know Martha. She bullied me into fighting back. So you see, if I'm in a position to help you at all, it's thanks to her. Which is why, as a friend, you owe me nothing. The debt is entirely mine.
Come on, you two. Stop talking business and come and eat these while they're hot.
Right.
Come on.
Good.
Oh, dear, I hope that's not Mrs. Webber. Well, do start.
Right.
Oh, hello. Sarah. Came this morning, but you were out. Look, I just want to say I'm sorry I've stayed away so long. I know I've been childish. Hope you haven't been too miserable.
Oh, it's nice to see you. Come on in. Time for tea. You know Edward. This is my friend Donald. This is my sister Sarah.
How do you do?
I just looked in on Mrs. Flynn. She seems much brighter.
Martha's rota seems to be working very efficiently.
Well, getting out of hospital helps. There's nothing like your own bed.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, about the guest room. You were asking about it a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Well, it's usually quiet this time of year, but for some odd reason, they're getting pretty booked up. So I thought I'd better tell you.
Well, I'm glad you did, because I'm seeing Tony tomorrow. I'll try and pin him down to a definite... You're home early.
Yes, and frozen through. Pour one out for me, there's a good girl. How's Mrs. Webber?
Fine, thank you very much.
Your good man was asking me to go for a drink with him this evening, but I said no, I'd rather spend the evening with my good lady wife.
Oh, there's no need, Arthur. I'm perfectly happy on my own. Anyway, I want an early night. I'm hoping to get to 9:05 tomorrow.
Well, enjoy yourself, love. And if you can, remember to ask your son about that date.
I will.
Well, what date's this?
When he's coming to visit us.
Oh, yes, of course.
Goodbye, love. Goodbye.
Bye. You'll never learn, will you?
Now what?
Telling the whole world that he's coming to visit.
Haven't told anybody. I had to mention it to Mrs. Webber because we need to book a guest room.
Right, fools we'll look when he doesn't turn up. If he does condescend to come, it'll only be a quick half hour on his way to somewhere else.
When I see him tomorrow...
Look, damn it, woman, you won't see him tomorrow. When are you going to stop kidding yourself about this precious son of yours? Face up to it. He's a snob. He doesn't want to know. What's on the telly? Anything good?
Look, if you want to meet Dougie Webber tonight, I really don't mind, Arthur.
No? Well, I might do. I thought we were going to spend a nice evening in together. After all that stupid business yesterday.
Oh, please, let's forget about that.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. We don't want all that nonsense again, do we? I mean, fancy falling out over a pair of...
I suppose I better get used to opening bottles.
Like he's not already had plenty of practice.
Oh, I can't think of a nice way to earn my living. Pouring out vino all day.
There'll be a bit of hard graft involved to kick off with. The place has been allowed to run down a bit. Why do you think we're getting it so cheap? It'll need cleaning up, a coat of paint, that sort of thing.
Oh, new roof, couple of loose buildings.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this dump is there, isn't it? I mean, it's not just holding the ground.
Look, relax, fellas. Trust Russell. I'll give you a toast. To... What are we going to call it, then?
It's a good question.
Yeah, better give that a bit of thought. I mean, there's a lot in a name.
Well, then, just for the minute, the bar.
The bar.
The bar.
The bar.
Steniasos.
How soon can you two get over there, then? There's plenty of work to do if we're to catch the start of the season.
When were you thinking of?
Mid-Feb?
You're joking. It's the 23rd of Jan now.
We've a million things to do if we're really going for good. I mean, not to mention giving in our notice at work.
And here.
Oh, yeah. How long do they want, by the way? He was here before me.
4 weeks.
Well, just about right, then. Today's Friday, and then you're noticing today, and in exactly 1 month, you can say goodbye to all this grot. Head for the sun.
Talk about having the wind taken out of your sail.
Well, it was a very pleasant afternoon, wasn't it?
I come in here expecting to find you all miserable and you're having the time of your life.
Well, I was only giving a little tea party, dear.
Who's the other one, anyway? Another beau?
Oh, of course not. Donald's a very dear friend of mine. I met him through my work at the hospital.
I think I'd better do some voluntary work at the hospital. Might do something for my social life.
Oh, you know that's not the reason I do it.
No, I know. Well, I'm pleased you've relented about Edward, anyway.
Relented?
Oh, about that Daphne Porter incident. Last time I came round here, he was very much out in the cold.
Oh, what nonsense.
If you say so.
Well, as a matter of fact, Edward and I are really quite good friends now.
Well, you were before.
Oh, no, this is different.
Oh, Martha.
What? If you think I'm going to make a fool of myself all over again, you're quite wrong.
I just don't want you to get hurt again. You know you were last time.
Yes, but it's different now. Well, he came to me to ask for my help. He needs me.
You're lucky then. I wish someone needed me.
Oh, look, I'm sorry about what I said about your not coming back.
No, you were right.
Yes, I know I was, but I needn't have been so blunt about it. It was such a shock. It was the last thing I expected.
It was a crazy idea. Forget it.
You're all right, though, aren't you?
Perfectly.
Oh, dear. Oh, hello, Mary. Come in. Sarah's here. Oh, it's been non-stop this afternoon.
Hello, Sarah. How are you? I haven't seen you around for ages.
Well, I've been busy.
I'm not surprised. An attractive woman like you, I bet you never have a free evening. Martha, I was wondering, how would you like to come to London with me tomorrow? We could do some shopping and then perhaps go to a theatre.
Oh, I can't tomorrow. Oh, what about Sarah?
Oh, I don't finish until 4. It's our busiest day.
Oh, well, don't worry. I mean, it's very short notice.
Won't Arthur go with you?
Well, he's not over fond of the theatre. I was hoping to meet Tony, my son, but I've just been on the phone to him and he's at a meeting all day.
What, on a Saturday?
Oh, yes, he works 7 days a week. Oh, yes, weekends mean nothing to him. He's very ambitious.
All the same, it's rather a pity.
Oh, well, never mind. I'll still enjoy it.
What, you'll go on your own?
Oh, I don't see why not. But, if you should see Arthur, don't mention to him that Tony's not meeting me. You know, he expects the boy to drop everything. He doesn't understand. You know what men are.
Of course I won't.
You see to it you have a smashing time. Go into one of those new American bars and treat yourself to something exotic.
You know, I might do that.
Mrs. Webber? Where are you?
Is she in there? Mrs. Webber.
We've got her.
Mrs. Webber.
We've
Mrs.
got
Webber?
her trapped.
Sorry, Ivy.
Oh, no, Mrs. Ilo. Come on, Mrs. Webber. We know you're in there.
Is she in there?
No, she's not in there.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Dougie, we're looking for your missus.
She's up at Lily Marsden. She won't be long. Russ.
Huh?
Ross Patterson.
Don't tell me you know this character.
Know him? His old man had the fish and chip shop at the end of our road. Dougie Webber.
Oh, yeah, Dougie. Yeah, I remember. A long time ago.
How the old beach bars going then, Russ?
Beach bars?
Yeah, oh, we had great plans in those days. I was going to have a chain of electrical shops in Australia, and he was going to set up this string of international beach bars, you know, white sands, palm trees, dusky waitresses in bikinis, all the lot. So, how's it going then, Tom?
Oh, I've not done so badly.
Well, I'm not surprised. You see, all I had was a couple of bob in the building society and a frosty-faced bank manager. But he had this fabulous fairy godfather tucked away somewhere. Where was it? The Bahamas, Florida, somewhere like that? Yeah, absolutely loaded and just busting a gut to help him make his first million.
You don't believe a story like that?
Yeah. Oh, he did, didn't you, Russ? Listen, I've got a dash. Have a jar later, shall we?
Right.
Beach bars.
Just one question, Russell. This Dimitri, does he exist?
Of course he bloody exists. You don't take any notice of that twit.
Has he actually said he's going to lend us the cash?
Look, he's a personal friend of mine.
Have you even asked
But
him?
he's absolutely loaded. He had to dash off to Athens, so I didn't get a chance to put the deal to him. Not in so many words.
hasn't asked him.
But the minute he gets back, it's only a matter of time.
Where did you say you parked your car?
Are you coming with me then, hey? Lovely weather in Greece, it really is. You'd
Bye,
love it up
Russell.
there. You'd love it.
Dougie, changed my mind about coming down the road this evening if it's still on.
Oh, great. What, the missus let you off, has she?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that, no. She's going up to town herself tomorrow. I mean, that'll be champagne lunch, you know, five-star restaurant if I know our Tony. Where his parents are concerned, nothing's too good.
What, are you going then?
No, not this time, no. He asked me, of course, but I said, no, son. You take your mother out, show her a good time, she'll enjoy that.
Right then, well, I'll see you down the Frog and Nightgown about what?
7:30.
Fine, cheers. Oh, hello, Trev. Where's Golden Boy?
Gone.
What, already?
Yeah, I don't mind admitting he had us taken in for a bit.
He didn't. Burke! What, not all that get away from all this and make a bundle in the sun rubbish, did he?
Why is it rubbish?
Oh, dear. Here, listen. You haven't committed yourself to anything, have you?
No, not with him. Still, there'll be other schemes. It's just a matter of finding the right contact.
Oh, so you haven't given up on the idea, then?
Definitely not me. Definitely not.
How can we begin to face the world that we're in unless we can really care? When friends have a problem to share and where the fate is cruel